Hey guys, it's Rafi, and today I'm playing a 15-minute game against Aiden77. The game started with e4, c6, Caro Kann, knight f3, d5, and this looks like some sort of an advanced variation of the Caro Kann. So I will play bishop g4, go ahead and pin this knight, get the bishop outside of the pawn chain. And now I will play the move. Let's see, what will I play? C5 or will I play E6? Is the question. I guess E6 first is more logical. In this case, will I play this C5 anyway, or will I play a different way is the question. And I don't know the answer to that question. I could also play this kind of way with knight e7, but then he'll play this move b4. That will not be fun at all. So I think if I'm going to play c4, I need to go ahead and do this right away. But then comes all these checks, like bishop b5. Knight c6, queen a4, queen d7, and I think I'm okay. I think c5 is probably okay here. So if, obviously d takes c5, I'll take with the bishop and I'll develop my bishop and take a pawn away from the center. So trading a wing pawn for a center pawn. Yeah, so this typically will favor black, actually. So I've got a great bishop pointing this way, and yeah. So he wants to go ahead and, oh, shoot. Oh, gosh. That's bad. I missed this completely. Oh, that's not good. I should have taken the knight first, then taken the pawn. Wow, what a common mistake I make. I've made this same exact type of mistake. Not exactly this way, but I think I made this mistake as white before. Well, this game is pretty much done for, so yep. Man, what do I even say about this game? Very poorly played. Very poorly played so far. How good is this Aiden? Aiden Ali. Rapid 2170, Blitz 1799. 2208 is the peak rating. Okay. Well, we've already messed up to a certain extent, so let's go ahead and just keep playing from here and see what we can accomplish. If queen c7, then bishop f4. Queen c7, bishop f4, queen b6. Should be interesting because I hit the b2 and the f2 pawn at the same time. Man, what a disastrous opening. This is why it's important to study openings, because these kind of mistakes could be made. Could be made. Could be made if you do not open your study your openings. All right, so that's the move I was expecting him to play, and now I will play this. That was the whole idea, is that I would hit both these points at the same time. And hopefully I can create some counterplay and get at least one of my pawns back here. So he chooses to just disregard the b2 pawn here, which is fine because he'll get some quick opening and development out of this. I will accept the pawn. He gives me another one on c3. Interesting. Should I accept the other one as well? Sure, because I hit the d3 bishop. If bishop f2, rook f2, then I can take the rook. So if bishop f2, king f2 is forced. Queen check, then I can pick up this bishop. That would be interesting. I'm getting some good counterplay out of this, huh? Bishop f2, king f2, queen check. He can block with the knight, but then I just take the knight. He can block with the bishop, but I take the bishop. Oh, no. Bishop f2, king f2, queen check, bishop blocks, I take this bishop. So that should be okay. He attacks me, and then I play here, and then bishop pops in here with the check, but king knight blocks here. Let's go for it. Materially, I may have equalized here, but positionally, I'm in a lot of trouble still. There's no doubt about that. But now I've gotten his king to come out as well, so probably he'll play bishop e3, I'm assuming here. So materially, we're even, but positionally, I think I'm significantly worse still because of my lack of development mostly. But if I can get my knight e7 to knight f5, then I'll feel much more comfortable in this position. I can take on e5, and he takes my queen. I take this with check, and I pick up the bishop next move as well. But if he moves his queen and attacks my knight, then what? I can throw in a check, and then draw my queen back. Interesting. He does not care for that. He just wants to go ahead and trade into this endgame where I am up a pawn. I probably should snap off this bishop. If here, then knight d6, then check doesn't do anything for me. Probably should play that one. Now, if I can play quickly play king e7, rook c8, I will be very comfortable in this position, I think. So, of course, he does not slow down. He immediately goes hunting for stuff. I'm wondering if I can play king e7, knight takes rook b8, rook b1. Yeah, he's just grabbing the pawn in that case. Rook b8 or b6, that's the question. I guess rook b8 first makes more sense. If rook b1, then I can play b6. Now I play here. Wait, do I want to trap the knight first with a6? Nah, he'll play rook b1. Now we're gonna kick this knight away and use that knight's move as a tempo to play rook c8. So if knight a3, rook c8, and knight c3, rook c8, either way, we hit the knight. Oh, he played that one. Okay. Well, that was another option. He could have tried, of course, is to play the knight there. Let's get our rook into the game. What would be the best square for our knight is the question now. Maybe we just grab some space on this side of the board now. Sort of asking him what he wants to do in this position right now. He'll probably use his d2 knight to create some problems here. But if he does, as soon as he moves the d2 knight, I will pop my knight into e4. So we're kind of getting him in a position where we're just kind of standing still here and seeing who wants to be the first one to make a move here and go for something. Okay. I think I'm going to actually bring my knight back this direction. But then after knight g5, if knight here, knight g5 hits everything. And unfortunately, f6 doesn't work in that case, because e6 is under attack. Lots of problems everywhere I go. Oh, if I play this, he can't really play knight g5. I'll just take the knight. I like that. That works for me. So he has to play knight here now. But now this f6 move should work well. Check, king f7. Another check, king e7. Let's go for it. Because if check knight g6, I also have king d6 as a hiding square. So his knight on g6, I mean, looks really threatening. And after king f7, he could play knight e5 again, but that would just repeat the position, though, after king e7. So he chooses to go back that way, which is fine. Let's try to create some problems for him. So he can't move this. Well, I guess he could move this rook now. My idea with this move was to play e5 so that he doesn't have this f5 square for his knight. And then scooting the king up to e6. Okay, that's good. I can live with that. Ooh, interesting move. Very interesting one. Should I pop back in here now? Or should I play here? Then he has this. Then if I go here, then he has this check. Attacks that. Really crazy position. And then you can get into d6 as well. I think I'm going to go this route. Takes, knight takes. My next move is probably going to be to play king d6 here. Okay, so he goes there. Maybe now I play here. You can definitely consider a sacrifice on e5 at this point, but don't know. Looks complicated either way. Oh, that's an interesting move. So he wants to come around this way now. I see. Push. Comes there. Push again. Let's go. Let's be active. Let's keep pushing our pass pawns here. Oh, no. Knight d6 check. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Dang, that's awful. I just lost. I missed knight d6. I should have played rook d8. I would have been fine. Well, it still wouldn't have been fine because I would have still had lots of tactics to deal with after rook c7, but now it's lost. Knight d6 just wins on the spot. Yep. Gosh. Oh, man. What a loss. What a loss. Nothing here. Absolutely lost. Absolutely lost. Devastated lost. Ah, man. Just terrible. Let's look at it and see what could have gone better here. I mean, I think that position was better for me with those pawns in the middle. I just couldn't play this endgame correctly. Man, epic loss. Epic. Here, here, here. Here, major blunder. Bishop takes c5. I should have just taken the knight, and then I would have taken the bishop on b5, or c5. Pawn on c5 would have been fine. Loses the piece outright. Now queen b6 hits multiple pieces. He's still completely winning, of course. And here, materially, we're even, but positionally, I'm completely lost. But he really let me come back here a lot, I think. Knight d4, queen d4. Played this one. When he played this, I mean, I knew that I was definitely, you know, not doing terribly bad here. So better in this position because I'm so behind in development. Now here he's actually worse. So b8. Oh, he's much worse. Interesting. But all the best moves here, and I'm much better now. Yeah, I took a simple thing here. Knight e8, that makes perfect sense. Knight e8, f6. I would have been just fine. Instead, I played these strange-looking moves here. Like h5. Why did I do that even? Could have traded a pair of rooks here. Interesting. And then taken the knight, I guess. So again, I could have traded rooks. Rook c1, knight c1, then rook c8. Oh, if rook c1, then I get the free knight. That's what it is. But instead I played this horrible move and I lost all my advantage. That was a mistake, wasn't it? Yep. Rook c1. I mean, rook c8. That's another way to get my rooks activated. I didn't even think about this idea. Instead, I tried to be active by pushing my passed pawns and gave him even better squares for his knight. It's completely lost here. Whew, so bad game overall. Main takeaways I think for this one would be that, you know, should have played more careful in the opening, of course, and then the end game just allowed for too many counterplays, and he played the end game extremely well, and I couldn't adapt to that. So this is what happened. Hopefully you guys got something out of it as well. I'll catch you in the next video.